I'm Macy Eglund. Only in Newsday, new information about the suspected Gilgo Beach serial killer ahead of a planned court appearance today. New court papers are shedding light on Rex Heuermann's first 24 hours in custody. They include a prison log, which noted he appeared calm following his 2023 arrest. The Massapequa Park architect has denied involvement in the killing of 7 women. You can read more about this story on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. A 77-year-old woman is dead after this crash in East Patchogue. Police say Ray DiPrizio of Middle Island was on Woodside Avenue East last night when she crossed into oncoming traffic and hit a Jeep. The other driver was not seriously hurt. See Newsday's year-long investigative series looking at Long Island's dangerous roads on our website, Newsday.com. Only in Newsday, a Roosevelt man who disappeared after being arrested by ICE has now been found. A family advocate for Manuel Hernandez Zeleda says the 27-year-old is in a federal facility in New Mexico.
A federal judge gave an order that ICE needed to give his location, disclose where he was being held.
Hernandez Zeleda was arrested in November while walking to a deli and plans to self-deport to El Salvador. Read more about his story on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. Happening today, Governor Hochul will deliver her State of the State address. She will detail plans that include a focus on the environment, affordability, and education, which includes plans to boost math and reading. She'll also lay out new coastal initiatives to help protect the island from erosion and flooding, and efforts to crack down on staged car crashes that drive up insurance premiums. Plus, the governor also wants to spend $50 million to redesign Jamaica Station. The overhaul is aimed at reducing crowding and providing better connections to the subway and air train. You can watch Hochul's live State of the State and see expert analysis of how her proposed plan could impact you. That's today at 1 o'clock right here on Newsday TV and on Newsday.com. The Fresh Grocer in Oakdale is closing. The owner says it's shutting down this month because it's underperforming. 60 full and part-time workers have been offered positions at ShopRite locations. Let's talk about your Tuesday forecast now. Clouds are rolling in ahead of some possible rain. Highs are in the mid-40s for most of the island today, but it is breezy. Wind gusts over 20 miles per hour in some spots. We've got more clouds during the day tomorrow and that chance of rain at night. It'll be cloudy. Temps start dropping tomorrow night, and we're in for some cooler days ahead. Right now it's sunny in the 30s for Martin Luther King Day on Monday, so if you have a long weekend, take a look at the next 7 days. Plan ahead. It's looking pretty good.
Long Island weather is brought to you by PTRC.
Only in Newsday, a pair of new laws take effect this new year, expanding coverage for cancer treatments. Virginia Huey has that story.
If you look up and stare straight ahead.
When Diane Anderson was diagnosed with stage 1 breast cancer in August, she decided to try scalp cooling. It's a treatment that helps reduce hair loss by lowering the temperature of the scalp during chemotherapy.
I really didn't want to lose my hair. I figured with this disease, that is the only thing I can control.
Scalp cooling is expensive, costing between $1,500 to $3,000 per treatment, and it's often not covered by insurance. But now that's changed here in New York.
Gorgeous.
Starting this month, New York became the first state in the nation to require large group market health insurers to cover scalp cooling treatments. Assemblymember Linda Rosenthal introduced the bill 8 years ago.
Cancer doesn't choose whether you're rich or poor, but the treatment often depends on what you can pay. And so this eliminates that disparity between women who can't afford it and those who can.
I think it's really great that everybody will be able to get it and to be offered it so that they could, preserve their hair and sort of their dignity.
What would you think about having to pay up to $3,000?
I wouldn't have done it. I'm on a fixed income. I'm retired. I really couldn't have done that.
Anderson considers herself lucky because a grant is paying for her cold cap treatments at Mount Sinai South Nassau Hospital. She says the new law will benefit many others.
Who wouldn't be happy to get a service and not have to pay for it? So I think it's a good thing.
Another new law expands breast cancer screening coverage for diagnostic imaging when recommended by a doctor. Coverage includes mammograms, breast cancer ultrasounds, and MRIs.
This new law, because it eliminates the cost sharing for the patients, this may encourage them to get the screening done, especially for women who are at high risk for breast cancer.
For Newsday TV, I'm Virginia Huey.
You can read more about the expanded coverage on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. Time to highlight the jobs you do. In today's LI Works, Ken Bufa is fixing pinball machines.
Grab your quarters, we're fixing pinball machines.
If you ever played on a pinball machine, you're used to the steel ball, flippers, and flashing lights. But Danny D'Elia is more interested in what is going on underneath.
That's a lot.
It's amazing.
This is a lot.
Hi, I'm Danny D'Elia. I'm a pinball technician. I've been doing it 50-something years. I enjoy it because it's a sense of satisfaction when the machine's not working and I do whatever I do and get it working.
For decades, D'Elia has been working on the mechanisms behind the decades-old game. And to be a repairman, you'll need to get rolling on your electrical skills.
The older pinball machines are electromechanical, which means it's all relays and contacts. Then the newer stuff came out as digital, which is printed circuit boards.
Not only that, you better get good at finding the problem, because each pinball machine is just as unique as the last.
So what's the hardest part about pinball repair?
Troubleshooting. When you come in and you have a problem, you got to figure out what's not happening depending on the degree of the problem.
Now, over the years, D'Elia says video games and other forms of entertainment have pulled pinball machines out of the spotlight.
I used to go to 15, 20 bars a day, 6 days a week for about 10 years.
But in his book, nothing comes close to the hours that can be lost flipping away.
Pinball machines are much more interactive with you. Do more, and there's physical stuff going on. You hit a ball that goes and hits other things.
So if you want to be the one who keeps the silver ball alive one flip at a time, D'Elia says it's well worth it.
And I always get a sense of accomplishment when something's not working, when I get there and I get it working.
Ken Bufa, Newsday TV.
So many moving parts. Seems like a tough job. You can see more LI Works segments on our website, Newsday.com. Click Get More below that Newsday TV video box. See more on these stories on Newsday.com and watch us streaming anytime on Local Now, YouTube, and the other streaming services you see here. I'm Macy Eglund. We've got more local news coming up.
Catch the latest from Newsday and high school sports.
And be part of the action when I take your questions. Email me, text me, hit me up on X, Instagram, make a phone call. We're going to have a great time all season long.
Sarah sounds off.